friend swap games, one of the most popular and lucrative genres right now, especially on Roblox. If we look at the charts, there's a lot that hold a decent player count. You might think every single possible idea has already been made and done, but I wanted to give myself 24 hours to introduce a new one. I want you to think of an animal friendship right now. Was it an elephant and bird? I looked around and realized nobody has made a game like this yet, so I knew I had to act fast. I hopped into Roblox Studio right away and got to work. So first, we're gonna need some models. Through a quick search, we can find some free base models. First the elephant, then we have to find a good bird, but none of these were exactly what I wanted, so I'm obviously gonna have to tweak them. But first, wait, where did it go? Anyways, after some modeling tweaks, I have these magnificent retro slot models. Now, it's just time to rig and animate them real quick, and boom, there we go. We already have some good looking characters. Next, it's time to set up the bird flight and idle poses, and of course the chip salesman outside my apartment decided it was a great time to blare his horn. In any case, I got the first rendition of flight working and it's looking pretty good. So now it's time to make the spawn area, and I found a lobby and I started to tweak it to my liking. Now I need some test tubes for my players to go inside and link, so I found a Batman suit display and took out that suit and I molded it to greatness. Now I need players to know which test tube corresponds to what animal, so I set up a sign and went over to my character models to rip off their heads and green screen a PNG for the signs. After that was done, I need a pipe to connect the two tubes together. Once the template was complete, I pasted it out 5 more times so people can be linking up even when the lobby's busy. To finish off the lobby, I added a gate and sign instructed players what to do, and I added a barrier so players cannot escape. Now on to arguably the most important part, the actual obby. The first level idea I have is a lever that only the bird can reach that will make the bridge crossable. So here we go. In a 2-player test, the characters are linked up and spawning properly, but the elephant movement is very unrefined. It cannot even cross the bridge because of the half-stud increase in altitude being way too high, I guess. So now after some debugging, let's try again. Ignoring the fact that the bird can lift the elephant, the lever is now able to activate the bridge, and the elephant can, with a little bit of gumption, cross the bridge going to the next lever, which opens the door onto a staircase for the elephant to painstakingly climb and activate the pressure plate for the next level. I subsequently added a decaying bridge that shakes and crumbles under the weight of the elephant. A sign next to it explains that the bird needs to fly over to the 3 floating platforms with levers on them to flick them in chronological order in order to raise the 3 floating rock platforms. Now is probably a good time to address the wildly pivotal feature of stamina. The bird only has a set amount of energy for it to fly around before it falls and dies. It can regain energy by perching on the elephant. Without this, the bird could just fly around forever and escape to the next level. Henceforth, the elephant runs into some spikes blocking the path up to some upcoming stages, but they can be lowered if the bird flies up and finds the hidden lever in a tree. So I set up after a few setbacks, and I created another rock which can be toggled to lift the elephant in order to reach a cracked wall with a prompt on it to let the elephant crash through it. For the next step, I obviously had to create an entire map or else the game wouldn't have much of a game. But I won't bore you with the building process, along with the fact that I forgot to record it. Anyways, it went pretty well aside for some bugs with lever flicking. Interesting. Regardless of that, I need to now monetize the game because it wouldn't truly be a friend swap game without a shameless cash grab. Skins are much better than the admin troll panel, which I'm going to be getting to later. But for now, I'm going to be modeling the 4 skin ideas I have. A strawberry elephant, a peacock, a mammoth, and a chicken. I simply need to create the products along with the special pack to get a discount for them. And then I'm going to need to green screen the models to get some good icon shots. And after a little outlining, I have quite a good looking shop going. But when I first loaded in the skins, they were not working the best. Then I got even closer, but they're still looking a little off. Then finally, it's all working quite smoothly. Then, of course, I added the troll panel, 4 trolls including Fling All, Kill All, Freeze All, and Jump Scare All. Also, you can buy a pack to unlock every single troll with unlimited uses. Next, added a full sound effects to the game, which was in dire need because it was feeling extremely flat and unalive, and you really needed sound effects in your game if you wanted to survive. Next, the game really needed some background music, so right now it cycles through some tracks, and I also made it so you can turn the music on and off. Next, an invite system needed to be added because what is a friend swap game without friends? And on top of all of that, I have a help icon that now spawns in at the start of the obby in the bottom right, and I let players know how to use it as soon as they link up with a friend. And then one really simple last feature I added lets you fling your partner when you're playing the obby. And this is by far my favorite part of this project. I genuinely think it's hilarious, and I think this is going to be the best seller. So now the game's almost done. Everything is working up to code thus far. I even utilized Roblox's new funnel system to track what checkpoint players are leaving at, so I know which levels are making them rage quit. One thing I do need to do is add more levels, of course, but I'll do that as an update right after I publish this video. I just want to get it out. But one thing to do is run ads for the game, and it would help me out much better if you just texted your friend or talking stage who you won't be talking to within a week and try out the game. I didn't spoil the puzzle, so you can still enjoy them, and you could also join my Discord server and look forward to new levels coming soon. By the time you're watching this, I may have already updated the game.